Good morning. Yes, we have a drop-off in visibility that we're waking up to, and now we're starting to see some showers move in. Today won't be as mild as the past few days. Our high temperatures are headed for the mid to upper 50s inland. As we look at our visibility, you can see the lowest visibility around Worcester Airport and stretching all the way to Boston, where you're down to about a half a mile of visibility. So take it easy out there. Radar and satellite showing that this rain continues to move closer to us. I think for a lot of us, we're just seeing some sprinkles and drizzle in the mix with some lighter, steadier rain that's back across western Mass. So this will continue to advance off to the north and east. So filling in late morning and continuing to be with us into the early afternoon. By this afternoon, we're still left with abundant cloud cover. So don't expect to see much or if any in the way of sunlight for today. As we look at our current temperatures, mid to upper 40s, Worcester, Boston, down to Norwood and Providence. But you can see we're already in the low 50s from Plymouth to New Bedford. And today, the farther inland that you get, you head for the mid to upper 50s, while along the coast, temperatures are staying in a range of the upper 40s to the low 50s. We do not have a whole lot of wind, but you'll feel more of that onshore breeze, and that's the reason that afternoon temperatures are going to stay a little bit cooler along the coast. We have heavier rain that moves in overnight into tomorrow. We'll time out that wet weather ahead.
We're updating breaking news from.
You're seeing a lot of fog as you head out this morning. Eventually, we bring in a little bit more in the way of rain. We'll time out the wet weather ahead. I think those summertime thoughts as you're looking outside this morning. We're going to actually keep that wet weather through the end of the week, keep the abundant cloud cover. The weekend will trend a little bit drier, but at times unsettled. So I think the big story this morning has been that fog. You're definitely seeing it as you took a look across our view from that camera lens. As you're traveling within the suburbs, the visibility down to about a mile, under half a mile, Boston to Worcester. So you want to give yourself a little bit extra time. Radar and satellite, we're starting to see more of the sprinkles, drizzle starting to drift across 495, but I'm watching this band where you see a little bit more in the way of the darker colors. That's that steadier rain that's going to continue to drift in over the next few hours. But really, you can find the wet weather back across the Ohio River Valley, down through the south, and even across Florida this morning. Area of low pressure is going to continue to lift its warm front through the overnight, rising our temperatures. And tomorrow is going to be the cold front that's going to give us some heavier amounts of rain and then also kick up our wind. We look at our future forecast, and this is through midday, so you'll want to keep that umbrella with you if you're headed out in the city around lunchtime. We're keeping some of those light showers with us into the early afternoon, but there you can see the back side of things. We'll have a lot of cloud cover throughout the afternoon and evening. By this evening, still a chance for a spot shower. It's through the overnight into tomorrow that we start to bring in some of this more moderate rain, at times some downpours indicated by some of these brighter colors. Unfortunately, not a perfect timing it out with tomorrow morning's commute right around 7 o'clock. So we keep some of the heaviest rain through the morning. A little bit of a break midday, but I still think there's a chance that we get a few showers drifting through later on in the day before we ultimately clear things out. Our rainfall forecast, we're looking at the potential close to about an inch of rainfall, so a decent soaker as we go forward. The wind is also going to be one of the stories with this. We have a wind advisory from the South Shore down across Cape Cod, the South Coast, Buzzards Bay, and the islands. Here's where gusts could be anywhere from 40 to 50 miles per hour. And when we talk about that threshold, that could lead to some isolated tree damage. That could lead to a few power outages. So here we go, waking up tomorrow morning. It's gusty. I think the strongest wind at that point is going to be across Cape Cod and the islands. And really the winds are going to peak late morning by midday with gusts that could be near and above 50 miles per hour for Cape Cod and the islands. Current conditions, you're stepping out in the mid to upper 40s, so you might still need a jacket as you head out the door. Luckily, not a whole lot of wind out there, and our high temperatures today head for the mid to upper 50s inland. Along the coast with a little bit more of that onshore breeze, you're going to hold your temperatures closer to 50. Overnight, our temperatures are actually going to be rising, but our lows are going to hold in the 50s. We'll have the rain, the wind around, and tomorrow we head for the low to mid 60s, while along the coast we'll keep it closer to the upper 50s. As we look ahead to what's in store for this weekend, a couple chances for some showers Saturday and Sunday, but you can also find plenty of dry time.
The Coast Guard rescued me. This morning, we're learning more about how the curious climber got himself up there. 7's Buddy Salazar has more from Whitman.